Hello and welcome to Vlogmas number 2. Yay! Okay, if you look around and it's kind of hazy or I look very pinky orangey, that's not a trick of the camera, that's bushfire. It turns the sun orange and there's smoke throughout Sydney for really intensively the last couple of days, but really the last couple of weeks, I would say. That's climate change for you. Okay, on to the knitting. Today I was wanting to talk about Saudade. This is a hat. It's by Isolde Teague, who you might well know, and you're going to look at it and say, oh, it's orange and blue again. Yes, it is. In this light it looks particularly orange. What I've been finding is, if I've got a colour concept in my mind, like orange and blue, and I buy wool for that, and I don't knit it immediately, I found that the concept is sticking in my mind and I end up buying the wool again in those colours. So this is very much an attempt to make this hat. This isn't a very portable project because it's not like the Icelandic sweater. It's not just a simple 2-colour combination, it's actually 5 colours. So this, which is attached, blue, and there's a commonality between these ones which I find really interesting. The 2 oranges, obviously, and last one, the brown, which also, because they're heathered, there's a lot of similarities between these 3 colours and flies. You might be able to guess from this that this is not my first time knitting this hat. I've actually knit it entirely before, but the thing was, you know how this bit here after the ribbing, there's often an increase? I forgot that the first time, and it didn't fit me and it didn't fit anyone else. It was way too small. So I'm knitting it again, which is quite interesting. I really wanted to understand by making it what this Fair Isle, this more traditional kind of Shetland inspired colour work is really like. So this is my hat. As you will see, I'm following that pattern, but I don't like light colours near my face, so I kind of am following that. But then this section, it's surrounded by dark here, and I've done it light, and it's got, if you can see, there's a kind of a central bit where a colour shoots through, and it's a dark colour here. When I originally knit it, it was a light colour, and I think that was much more effective. From about here on up, I've actually knit correctly according to this pattern. Again, when I first knit this, I accidentally skipped that white, and this lighter orange came up further and it looked much more Scandinavian. But I think, unless I'm wrong, this is actually what it's meant to be correctly. You'll be wanting to look inside at the floats, and I'm just tying them off here because I've read a number of people who found like traditional old sweaters in Shetland, in like from op shops or thrift shops or whatever, and they said that it was simply tied. It wasn't really woven in, and the thinking is that this is natural wool. It will felt, and it will secure itself. So that's what I'm hoping for here. Let's see if it works. So I've realised I've forgotten to introduce myself once again, so I'm doing it at the end. My name is Ginevra and this channel is Ginevra Makes, and I'm going to leave you with some sculptures that I saw yesterday in Parramatta. Parramatta is part of Sydney, but it's a rival to the Sydney CBD. It's also a CBD, Central Business District. It was slightly less smoky at Parramatta, which was nice. And the sculptures, some of them are new, some of them are old, some of them were not made by sculptors, but they are quite sculptural, I feel. And spoiler alert, I like the drops of water best, and also the textural balls made of metal, I think, but I'm not totally certain. You'll see them at the end. Thank you for watching, and see you again soon. Bye.